You are here at the right time. You're here in the right place, and you're definitely here with the right people. My name is Dr. China Bethley, and I'm excited to present this information to you. I'm excited that you found us. So congratulations once again. We're going to be providing you what I like to call an elite level of access, an elite level of education and information that's not just kind of the conversation that's being talked about amongst the mass population, guys. What you're about to witness is something that really is an answer to a prayer for many people. Wouldn't you like to know what's about to happen next in some of these money markets that you could benefit from before they happen? Wouldn't you like to know how you can get in on things like NFTs or cryptocurrencies before they become big? Wouldn't you just like to gain a basic understanding of what the heck is a cryptocurrency like a Bitcoin? Well, tonight we're going to be going over the details and information that's going to put you in a position to make a decision at the end of the call to not only have access to knowledge, but to have access to a platform that's going to show you how to make money in our current financial reality. Guys, the future of money is digital, and the world is shifting right before our eyes. We're seeing prices for everything skyrocket. We're in what we call a bit of a recession. Most people are not talking about it on the news. So many people don't realize that we are in a recession. And what that simply means is that most people are not getting a raise in their income, but the prices for everyday items are really going up. People are really suffering in silence right now, while others are making more money than they've ever made before. And my goal tonight is to show you how to get to the right side of money. See, here's what I know. I know most people, they have not been taught in traditional schools. They have not been taught but with public education of how to go to the right side of money. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So my name is Dr. China Bethley. I own a company called Rich University that God gave me the vision for a few years ago. And then we got into partnership with a company called I Am Academy that provides amazing tools where they have been able to manufacture apps and software and have access to 200 educators. And so I've been investing for quite some time, but over the last 5 years, I took a serious dive into the money markets, like the foreign exchange market, like the cryptocurrency markets, like the binary option markets, and doors begin to open up left and right. And I'm excited because for me, I am a mom of 3 amazing children. I'm a wife of 20 years. I operate multiple 7-figure businesses. And so I'm someone that could have easily said, I don't have time. I got a lot on my plate. I'm also very active in my ministry. And so many times when we're looking for the next level of life, when we're looking for a blessing to come to give us increase, sometimes we hold ourselves back because we assume that we know everything that is going to take in order for us to receive success. And so I want you to know, no matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you have going on, what I'm going to break down tonight, you can absolutely participate in. And it's going to be the best vehicle to take you from where you are to ultimately where you want to be. So let's dive into the conversation. I encourage you to pull out a pen, to pull out a notepad, because we're going to be talking about money tonight, and we're going to be positioning you to make a lot of it. So I want you to not only have an open mind, but I want you to have an open notebook so that you don't leave any of this to memory, but that you can take down some notes so that you can go back and review what I said, opposed to go and ask somebody who's not on this call tonight what they think about what they did not hear. All right, so you ready? Let's dive on in. So the first thing that I want to talk about is really breaking down the left and right side of money. As I mentioned before, what we do here in Rich University is provide to you an elite level of education and information. We show you things that maybe you see happening around you, but you don't understand how, why, or what it means to you. So what you're looking at in the bottom left corner of your screen here is this cash flow quadrant that was created by a gentleman that you may be familiar with by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. Now, if you're familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, just go ahead and put 4s in the chat. If you're familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, just drop 4s in the chat. Robert Kiyosaki is an economist who wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Many people are familiar with that book. And he really began to break down money, the philosophies of money, to help everyday people have a better understanding of how money really works. And what he began to display here is that 95% of the world's population, this is the people that you see here, they're on what I like to call the left side of money, right? They're on the left side of money. Now, there's nothing wrong with the left side of money. Over here, you have those that are employees and those that are self-employed. And this is where most of the world's population is. The problem is that there's only 5% of the world's wealth here. I never understood this as a young girl growing up, why it seemed like everybody around me was always robbing Peter to pay Paul. They always was doing just enough to get by. And so what you're looking at here is 95% of the world's population only having access to 5% of the world's wealth. That's a problem. These are our employees who are working countless of hours on their jobs, many times spending a lot of time away from their family, their loved ones, many times being very tired, sometimes not even enjoying what they're doing on their job, even being underpaid and overworked. These are your employed people who are exchanging their time and their efforts for dollars. Then we go into the self-employed quadrant. This is where your lawn care providers are. This is where your cosmetologists are. This is even where your doctors and lawyers are. And that really blew my mind, because growing up as a young girl in New Orleans, if I would have told my mom that I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer, to us, we would have been wealthy. That was automatic understanding of wealth. That's what we thought. Now understanding money and economics at a higher level, I still would have been on the wrong side of money. So why is that so? Because the doctor is no different from the cosmetologist, no different from the lawn care provider, in the fact that they must be present to make money. In order for the surgeon to get paid, the surgeon has to do the surgery. In order for the attorney to get paid, the attorney has to take the case. So if they are absent, they don't get paid. So they're called self-employed. It's required for them to be there to make money. Now, when we go to the right side of money, I want you to notice a significant difference. Guys, 95% of the money is on the right side. 95% of the wealth has been hidden over here all this time. To me, this is the type of information and education that should be taught in every public school around the world at the 5th grade level. At the 5th grade level, they can understand that they need to position themselves to be business owners or investors, because only 5% of the world's population is here with 95% of the wealth. This is unbelievable, guys. Business owners are people who simply have systems that work for them. Systems that work for them, that save them time, energy, and money. That means in their absence, they're able to absolutely make money. If they take a vacation for a month, they can come back to more money being made. Why? Because they put systems in place that work for them. So here's how I break this down. On the left side, you got people who work for systems. Over here, you got the systems that work for the people. Over here under the self-employed quadrant, guys, you got the people who work for money. And as an investor, guys, we have money that's working for us. And my goal tonight is to show you how what we provide will position you to become a business owner and an investor. In 2021, these should be non-negotiables. We're past the phase where we can get to a point where we're like, well, I don't really feel like doing it. That's not really me. The bottom line is there's new rules to money. The bottom line is we're at the beginning of a brand new era. The bottom line is you're going to need a lot more money just for basic survival. And so I want to encourage you to understand what I'm providing you is an elite level of education and information. It's only 3% of the world population that have been able to gain this insight because it was passed down through the bloodline. They're not teaching this in public schools. They're not even teaching it in private schools. And so tonight, once again, you really want to thank the person that invited you here to this call, because they thought enough of you not to leave you out. Here's the thing. They've already made a decision. They already decided to participate in the largest wealth transfer of our time, and they decided not to leave you out. So what I want to talk about right now is something that you guys may be hearing about, and I really want to break it down to you so that you can understand why you would want to participate in this digital economy that's already emerging, multiple billionaires and going into trillionaire status by getting involved in the new rules of money. And the first thing that I want to discuss is Bitcoin. If you're hearing about Bitcoin, drop B's in the chat. If you're hearing about Bitcoin, drop B's in the chat. Make sure that your notebooks are open. I want to make sure you take down these notes when you leave this call. You're going to almost feel like you had access to a bit of a masterclass, but ultimately you have access to an opportunity to change your life. So this is not, you're not just here for information. Let me repeat that to you. You're not just here to say, oh, wow, that was interesting at the end of the call. Please be aware. I'm going to say it again. You wasn't invited here tonight just to put information in front of you for you to say, oh, wow, that was interesting. You're here tonight so that you can make a decision of how you could benefit from the information. Does that make sense? If it does, put 7s in the chat. That means at the end of the call, the goal is for you to make a decision. And no matter what decision you make is okay. But I want you to understand that making a decision is a skill. It's a skill that most people don't even know how to do after not being in school for a while. Do you recognize that most people stop learning once they finish college? Or once they finish high school, they go into a job where they go through a bit of an orientation, but there's not a whole lot of learning that's required. And so making a decision is a skill set that you want to develop. Wealthy people were very quick to make decisions, and we're very slow to change our mind. But those that are not wealthy, they're very slow to make decisions. They very slow, they're undecisive, they can't make up their mind. And so I want to challenge you to get the information you need by taking a note so that at the end of the call, you can simply decide. And keep this in mind, it's free to make a decision. So let's dive in. What are we talking about here? We're talking about Bitcoin. Well, what the heck is a Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that does not need the central banks or administrators or governments to make transactions. This is a simple peer-to-peer opportunity that's built on blockchain technologies for people to send money to one another without needing banks, without needing government institutions. Bitcoin is what we like to call the people's money. This is how I break that down. Silver and gold is God's money. It has an intrinsic value. It's God's money. The US dollar, the Mexican peso, the Canadian dollar, I like to call that government's money. That means that each government has their own money. Each country has their own currency. They get to control it. But cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is the people's money. Now it slaps the government hands out the way, the banking institution hands out the way, and it allows the people to do peer-to-peer transactions that doesn't require trust. Well, what do you mean? Well, Bitcoin is provided to us through the blockchain technology network. And so everything is recorded via smart contract as to what happens. So nobody has to take your word for it. If you sent it, we saw that you sent it because these smart contracts, this data is provided on the blockchain technology, and everything it can be seen, it can be traced, it can be tracked. And so now this is an emerging economy that has now become more popular than the internet. Now watch this. Bitcoin has only been around for 12 years. Only been around for 12 years. It was created in 2009. That's when it came to market, in 2009. That means that at that time, Bitcoin, look at the chart that you're looking at right here. Bitcoin at that time, guys, in 2009 was 1 penny, 1 cent. If you would have had access to the information at that time to begin to invest, then you could have literally got $1 worth of Bitcoin and had 100 Bitcoin. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is worth $48,000 for one coin. This is why you must become a decision maker. You must become a decision maker. You must get out of a relationship with procrastination, because I wish somebody would have came to me and told me about Bitcoin then. And some of you are saying the same thing, but the question is, what would you have done if they did? If somebody would have came to you with it? Are you an early adopter in your mind? Are you an action taker? Because today Bitcoin is $48,000 per coin. Now here's the thing, only 21 million Bitcoin will ever be in circulation. There's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created, and 19 million are already accounted for. Guys, do you realize that the billionaires and multimillionaires are really just starting to move into this space within the last 18 months? They could literally buy up the rest. Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, is a solution to poverty. It's also a solution to inflation. So when we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at the opposite of the US dollar. Well, what do you mean when you say that? Well, Bitcoin, since it came out, has only increased over time. Of course, there's fluctuations in the market, there's fluctuations in all markets, but over a period of time, it has increased. Now, when I look at the US dollar, I look at the opposite, right? This is the US dollar, right? This is what happened since 1913. The US dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. What do you mean when you say that? Well, this is what I mean. What you're looking at is a $100 bill. And in 1913, $100 was worth $100 in buying power. That means when you went to a grocery store to purchase things, you got $100 in value of things for your $100 bill of exchange. Well, over time, look what happened. Bam. Within its first 10 years, guys, the US dollar was worth less than 50%. It dropped significantly. It went up a little bit more, but after 1943, it's gone down and it has never risen back up again. It is constantly just declined and declined and declined. And by 2019, $100 was worth about $3 in real purchasing power. This is a real thing. This is something that we should have learned in elementary school. This is something that we should have been able to grasp and understand by middle school. But here's the thing. They're not teaching us money and economics in school. Why? Because they get paid off of our ignorance as a culture. If you don't know this, then you don't know how to participate in the big money games. Then you'll take all of your money and go spend it on things to impress people that don't even like you. You will take your money and just give it away to other communities, and you will push it out of your community. Most people, when they get paid on a Friday, they barely can make it until Monday with the money. I'm teaching you something that's required for you to survive in the new financial world that we're already in right now. What I love about what we have access to with our educational product here is that Bitcoin, guys, is projected to be $300,000 this year, 2021. Now, whether it hits 300,000, whether it hits 100,000, God, this December, or whether it takes it to January or February, just to know that this currency has the potential to increase is powerful. That means that you could actually begin to invest, not 48,000. You don't need 48,000 to invest. You can invest $48. You can invest $4.80. And when it goes up, so does the value of your money. So what we teach you how to do inside of our academy is have a different spending habit. Listen, I want to show you something. If you would have had access to this platform just 1 year ago, this is why making a decision is so important. And so many times people leave a call like this with the answers, and they go ask people with their problems for answers that they don't have. If you would have had access to this platform just a year ago, let me show you what would have happened for you.
Here's what would have happened had you invested your $1,200 stimulus check that was first issued on April 12th, 2020 into these top 10 most popular cryptocurrencies. $1,200 investment into Bitcoin today would now be worth $7,538. $1,200 investment into Ethereum would be worth $22,929. Into ADA would now be worth $76,363. Into BNB would now be worth $28,720. $1,200 investment into XRP would now be worth $5,873. Into Solana would be worth a whopping $210,389. Into Chainlink would be worth $8,544. Into Dogecoin would be worth $126,000. Into Litecoin would be $4,595. And a $1,200 investment into Terra Luna would now be worth $180,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed was an opportunity that some people had access to, but they lacked the ability to decide and just get in. A stimulus check for most people was gone the same week. The stimulus check for most people left our community and went into other people's communities immediately. What do I mean when I say that? Well, our purchasing dollar usually leaves our community within hours. But in the Asian community, it stays within their community for 22 days. That means the money circulates amongst them for 22 days before it ever leaves their community, because it's intentional. What we're providing to you tonight is an opportunity to change your money habits, your spending habits, and the ability to grow wealth. And how do we do that? We do that inside of our Mastery Academy. Our Mastery Academy is designed for the person who's brand new, who knows absolutely nothing about the money markets, and we give you your start. And how do we do that? We give you access to the Foreign Exchange Academy. This is the foundation and the basics of money markets. And what it does is it breaks it down in very simple bite-sized videos. This video here, we won't listen to it for the sake of time. But as you can see, it's very professional. This is a state-of-the-art back office. It's very professional, and it breaks down to you. Watch this, guys, in 4 minutes and 41 seconds, what foreign exchange actually is. It helps you to understand the basic terminologies. It helps you to understand different terms and vocabulary words that you're going to hear us use over a period of time. So you can come in knowing zero about the foreign exchange market. And after watching these videos, walk away with a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more understanding. But that's not it. We give you access to each one of our series 100, which is for very basic information of what is Forex, what's the history of Forex, what's traded in the Forex market, who are the market participants, what you say broker, what's a broker versus a trading platform, what's trading view, when do I trade, what's buy versus sell, what's a pip, what's a lot size, everything that you would need to understand these markets are right here. I want to speak quickly to the current members. If you are a current member and you have not went through these videos in a while, I challenge you tonight to go back and re-watch some of these videos. See, you still have access to this academy. Don't feel like once you've watched it one time, that's all you're going to need. You need to go back and re-watch it, refresh your memory. If you are not trading at a level where you're earning 80% or have an 80% win ratio in the market, then you need to continue to watch these videos. Sharpen up your skills. Spend some time in this academy. I challenge you to spend 15 to 20 minutes a day just on sharpening up your skills in the academy. Retake down notes. Why? Because you're a different person today than what you were when you heard it for the first time. If you're committed to doing that for the current members, drop ones in the chat right now, because it's time for you to go to a higher level. Drop ones in the chat right now. I don't want anybody to miss what's happening right now in this wealth transfer. 15 to 20 minutes a day could change your life. So what we do is we break it down from series 100 to series 200. This is for people that are a little bit more intermediate. They may have some basic understanding. It takes you deeper into what are trend lines, what's price action, what's pullbacks, helping you to understand the Fibonacci tools. Then it goes into series 300, where we get to be a little bit more advanced, all the way to mastery level, guys. There are people who have done very well in the Forex market and they still become students here. Why? Because from very beginners to very mastery level, we have education for each and every person. But not only that, we don't just give you access to pre-recorded videos that are very powerful in the state-of-the-art back office that we have. We also give you access to live education. We put you in a position to learn from the experts live in real time exactly what's happening in the market. And we provide it to you in multiple different languages. So what you see here is the top educators of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and every single one of the academies that we provide. We give you education inside of the Foreign Exchange Academy via FRX. We give you education inside of the High Frequency Academy via HFX, and we give you education inside of the Digital Currency Academy via DCX, as well as the E-Commerce Academy via ECX. These are all money markets and ways that you can make money online. So what happens is, let's just say DCX, you start off there with watching some of the videos because you want to know which cryptocurrencies that you should invest into now, so that your money is working for you while you are learning. You want to put your money to work for you right away. So let's say you hop on with Curtis Cobain and you want to find out what alternative coins are popping right now. Which coins should you buy? Where should I go and buy the coins? How can I protect the coins? All of that information is here. Keep it in mind. If you know absolutely nothing about the markets, it's okay. So when you click his session, if he was live now, he will pop up right here. It also tells you the times and the days that they're on. And so instead of watching traditional television, you now spend time watching Go Live so that you can learn how to have your money grow for you, and it's absolutely powerful. You miss a section, no problem. If you miss a session, you can hop on here and come right back to the recorded session. He's even broken it down to his favorite sessions that you can absolutely watch. So once again, no matter what time of day you have available, there's educators that are on multiple different times a day, multiple different days a week, with different training styles that can fit all of your needs. But that's not it, ladies and gentlemen. We also want to make sure that we help you to have the proper mindset. So what you see right here is access to the mastery, the mindset mastery with Bob Proctor. If you guys know who Bob Proctor is, put 3s in the chat. Why would a gentleman like this align himself with a platform so powerful? This is not videos that Bob Proctor that we just pulled from the internet or YouTube. No, Bob Proctor is a partner of the Academy. Guys, this gentleman has a wealth of knowledge and insight on developing the wealth mindset. The skill set becomes easy when you develop the mindset. And so what we also provide to you is giving you access to our strategies. Now, our strategies are powerful because it puts you in a position with our strategies to have access to the convenient tools. Somebody say, I need convenience. If you're a mom, if you're a wife, if you're a dad, if you're a minister lead and you don't have a whole lot of time, then you want to definitely maximize our strategies like our apps like SwipeCoin. This particular app is so powerful. I encourage you right now to actually download this app. Go to your Google store, go to your Apple store and download the SwipeCoin app. This app right here is amazing. For example, this app, once you have access to it as a member, is going to notify you when the experts have come to a conclusion. When the experts have looked at the markets and identified geopolitical activities that's causing these markets to move a certain way, they're going to mark up the charts. They're going to do all the stuff that you may not know how to do right now. They're going to send you how they've marked up the charts, and they're going to tell you what they see happening in the market. I can tell you that these tools are about 87% accurate. So what does that mean? Well, if you can copy and paste, you can get paid inside of the Academy. If you can follow directions that you can get paid inside of the Academy. If you can learn how to have proper risk management, then you can get paid inside of this Academy. And so what happens is this tool tells you, hey, trade BTC USD. Well, BTC is simply the abbreviation for Bitcoin. USD is the abbreviation for the US dollar. It tells you to trade this currency pair. Well, what am I supposed to do with it? I don't know how to trade it. Well, it's going to tell you to buy it or sell it. So you see where it says buy limit here. It's going to tell you the time frame that it's on. It's going to tell you where to enter the market. It's going to tell you where to exit the market and profit. And it's even going to tell you how to protect yourself in the market in case it goes in the wrong direction. Guys, this one tool right here is so powerful. It's created so many millionaires just from this one tool alone. And the beautiful thing about it is that we have so many tools in each one of the academies that are absolutely powerful. So by now, guys, I know you're excited and I know you're ready to go, but I want to show you one more thing that you will have access to when you become a member of Rich University. Is going to allow you to accelerate your income. If you decided to get started with us tonight, you're also going to have access to our trading plan. And a trading plan is so powerful because it allows you to have what I like to call a GPS to show you as a new person how you can go from a very small amount of money and over a period of time begin to grow it. We have a lot of people that have now put their retirement in their own hand. How powerful would it be if you had access to a community of accountability and support, where together collectively you can take a small amount of money like $300 and begin to compound it daily and grow your money, utilizing the tools that I just showed you inside of the Academy? Where here's what will happen if you took a $300 account and you decided to grow it 10% a day. Now, here's the thing. You can change this to whatever amount you want. You want to grow at 3% a day, you change it to 3% and now everything populates. If you want to grow at 5% a day, you change it to 5, everything populates. But I believe that 10% is a great place to start. You grow it at 10% a day. What it shows you is that here's your balance that you deposit in. Day one, your goal is simply to make $30. Now, for the current members that are here, if you've ever made $30 with us, just drop 30s in the chat. I know that there's some guests that are on. They don't know what the possibilities are. They have no idea probably how this works. So we need for you to share if you've ever made $30 in one day with us so that they can see what's the possibilities. Guests, look at the chat so that you can see how many people, Amaya, Rosie, Latrice, Ariel, Kimiel, Bayana, we see you. Okay, Evelyn, $30, guys. That's not something hard once you become a member. Cora, as you guys can see, people are making that kind of money in a day. That's no problem. And day 2, your goal is to make $33. Day 3, 36. And by the time you get down to day 7, you're at $584.62. When was the last time you put money in the bank without depositing or withdrawing anything else and your money grew? Well, ladies and gentlemen, with us, your money is growing and compounding because we're taking you inside of the money markets. And this is what the banks do to make money. By the time you get down to day 14, you're at $1,139.25. Why? Because that day you made $100 in the market. For the members that are on, how many of you have ever had a $100 trading day? Drop 100s in the chat so that the guests can see you. Qualamichas, I see you. Amaya, I see you. The Empress of Gold, I see you. Lady Bread, I see you. Kenyelle, Ariel, guys, this is for you. Mr. Sykes, I see you. Latrice made $150. Evelyn, $100. This is powerful. This is the skills that they should have taught us in school, but they did not. So watch this, guys. By the time you get down to day 21, you're at $2,220.07 inside of your account. Why? Because you developed a skill that nobody could ever take away from you. You have access to an academy that's giving you resources like apps and banking software to allow you to make money like the banks. That day you made $201. If you've ever made $200 with us, drop 200 in the chat for the guests to see. Now watch this, guys. By the time you get down to day 28, you're at $4,000. By the time you get down to day 35, $8,000. As you can see, week by week, your money is doubling. But listen, by the time you get down to day 42, $16,000. Day 50, $32,000. And by the time you max out the first cycle, which is 60 trading days, 60 trading days is more like 90 real days in the market. You're at $83,040.45. Now, here's what I can tell you right now. On this side of heaven, chances of things going perfectly is slim to none. So what do? We embedded error in. Why? Because we know that there's going to be error. We know that, hey, listen, maybe the market goes against you. Hey, maybe you make a mistake and put a buy instead of sell. Maybe there's something that happens. So what we did is we embedded risk into every single one of these trades. So if you got 50% of this wrong, you just messed up 50% of the time, or the market went against you 50% of the time. How many of you would be okay with taking a $300 account to $40,000 in 90 days? That's 50% going wrong. 90% going wrong. You could take a $300 account to $8,000 in 90 days. That's what 90% going wrong. This is absolutely powerful. People are already doing it and already winning. Not only that, we put you in a position to identify what your goals are. And some people have expressed to us that their goals is to retire and leave their jobs. If you're working 40 hours a week, making $12.50 an hour, all you would have to do with our platform is get to a point where you're making $100 a day from the comfort of your home, perhaps even in your pajamas, to replace that income. If you're working 40 hours a week, making $31.25 an hour on your job, all you would have to do is get to the point where you're making $250 a day. That's $1,250 a week, $5,000 a month to replace that income. You're making $62.50 an hour on your job and you want to walk away? Well, listen, we can show you how to replace your income. What I want to do quickly is hear from some of the members that are on, a quick testimony, maybe two of you guys, a quick testimony of how Rich University has impacted your life with the Academy in developing the skills that you should be able to unmute. If not, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. Quickly share your name and share your testimony of how this Academy has helped you and whether or not you're making money. Come on in really quickly. We'd love to hear from you. I got you, Rosie. I'm unmuting you right now. Come on in, take it away.
Hey, Dr. China. Thank you so much for just this opportunity. I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity, guys. My name is Rosie Kaur. I'm originally from India. English is now my first language. However, I was able to come in this space little over a year ago. And I have had a great success. When I first started, I didn't know nothing about this opportunity, but last year I was able to, my three beautiful children, I'm a single mom, I was able to start their crypto portfolios. So all three of my children, their portfolio is grown. For Christmas last year, they got Bitcoin. So I'm excited. Without this educational platform, I wouldn't be able to leave a legacy for my children. Not only that, I was able to trade and buy my son a cash card last year. Single mom, my son, he is an elite basketball player. He's on the news everywhere. I believe if it had not been for this opportunity for me to have the time freedom and to go with him and to get him the permos that he needed, the things that he needed, this opportunity have literally allowed me to make money. Recently, my aunt passed away, and her life insurance was lapsed. I was able to withdraw from my trading account to help bury my grandmother and send her home the right way. So this opportunity is for everybody, and I'm just excited to see all the great things my future holds, Dr. China.
Wow, what a blessing. Congratulations, Rosie. God is so faithful. I love how you've been able to just impact your immediate family and even being able to step in for your family during a very tough time. That's really what it's all about. So we appreciate you and we're super duper excited. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. Who's next? Anyone else want to come in and share a testimony? Hey, Amaya, I see your line unmuted.
Hi, I am so grateful for this opportunity. I remember vividly back in 2019, the summer of 2019 to be exact, living here in Atlanta, there's a lot of people that are just really thriving. And I came across some individuals that were like trading and heavy in the space, but at the time they really didn't want to show me exactly what it was that they were doing. And so I did some praying, and God presented this opportunity with this platform, and it's just been amazing. I remember back in August, I actually got started, and I spent the first 30 days in the academy, just going through the videos, learning from the educators. Month two, I was like, okay, it's a goal. Let me fund my account and let me actually like really get in this market. And so I remember I didn't have a whole lot of money to get started. In fact, I started off with $100, and I would get on the live sessions with the educators because I was still learning. And what I love is just that you can actually make money with the educators. And so when I made my first $7,000, that happened. It happened in 3 months. September, funded my account with $100 in 3 months, just trading with the educators. I was able to grow that $100 investment account to $7,000, and it's just been a tremendous blessing to my life, and I'm forever grateful.
Wow, that is a congratulations, Amaya. That is powerful. I know there's a few people listening on the line right now saying, okay, just sign me up. How can I do exactly what she did? Put me in the game. So congratulations to you. And I wanted the guests to be able to hear, it's amazing how you can come in with no prior experience at all, really being ready to learn, really looking for something more, and be able to come here and get exactly what you're looking for. And so by now, I'm sure you're wondering, what does it take to get started? I can tell you guys right now, it is not going to take what it took you with traditional education. I know so many of us spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on traditional education to get degrees. And maybe or maybe not, you might or might not be working in your field. You may or may not be getting paid what you thought you would be getting paid for that degree. Well, hearing a testimony like Amaya's, knowing that she was able to take $100 account to $7,000 in 90 days is not guaranteed for anyone. But the fact that it's possible, most people on their job, even in 2021, may not even see that kind of money on their jobs. And so it's powerful what you can do with this space. So how much does something like this cost? Well, I'm delighted and elated to share with you that it's extremely affordable. What we've done here is made it affordable and available for the masses. Guys, we're talking about, the amount of money nowadays that you could spend at a restaurant just for family eating. So each academy is $234. but I recommend the Elite Academy because what it does is it gives you access to all of the academies, and all of them are very important. The FRX Academy, the HFX Academy, and the DCX Academy. What I love about Elite is it gives you all of these add-ons, and these add-ons are where the money is. So you get the Swipe Coin add-on. Hopefully you guys downloaded that. You get that add-on, you get the Swipe Trades, you get the Vibrata. All of these tools are additional ways to make money. Now, this will cost $984.30, which is extremely affordable, whether it's in your budget or not. We cannot debate that this is affordable to learn how to do what the banks are doing, to learn how to do what hedge funds are doing, to learn how to do what people who are very wealthy have been doing for a long time. But tonight, we want to give you a discount of $659.36. So tonight, all you pay is $324.94. When I saw this, my heart leaped because I knew so many people will be able to participate. Because to be honest with you, ladies, you know what you know how it is when we go to the beauty salon, right? This is the price of some bundles before the installation, okay? Guys, this is the price of some Jordans nowadays. Nowadays, you can't go out and really enjoy yourself with $324 for a weekend. And so this is absolutely powerful. So you pay $324.94 tonight, and then 28 days later, so that you're not paying $3,500 up front, you pay $274.95. It's absolutely powerful, and it is absolutely exciting. So here's what you want to do. You want to get back with the person that invited you to the call. You want to let them know what you like most about what you heard. We actually offer you a scholarship. The scholarship allows you to pay $324 tonight, and then it waives your monthly subscription. Some people are in a position right now to pay the $324. It's a no-brainer, but they're already thinking about 28 days from now. Ladies, gentlemen, keep this in mind. You're here to develop a skill that's going to teach you how to make money. Your goal is for this to pay for itself. And so that's what we help you to do. You pay $324 tonight to get started, to give you access to all of the apps that you just saw. And then 28 days later, this is your tuition. However, if you qualify for the scholarship, it waives the $274.95 amount, and it's absolutely amazing. So I encourage you right now to get back with the person that invited you to the call. Let them know what you like most about what you heard. Tell them that you're ready to get started. Tell them that you're excited to go to the next level with us, and you're absolutely ready to win. I'm super duper excited to welcome you into Rich University. This is just the beginning. We have orientations to help you to onboard, help you download your app, show you how to enter and exit your first trade. The support is amazing. And ultimately, you get to have a very merry crypto Christmas with us, showing you how to grow a $300 account to $40,000 so that you can absolutely win within the next 90 days. Get back with the person right now who invited you, and at least say thank you to them. Get the link, say send me the link, and get started tonight. With that being said, we look forward to welcome you inside of the Rich University community. God bless you guys, and have a phenomenal, phenomenal night.